All right, guys, we're going to start our tour with the Serenity area, adults only. This is deck 15, the very front of the ship. We'll walk around there in just a second. But also, this is the entrance to the water slides. And then we have the water park and all the splash zone area. But we'll get down there in just a second. But deck 15 forward is the Serenity adult area. There is no pool, no hot tubs. It's just simply a relaxation area. Bunch of chairs, clamshells. There is a bar up here. There is a salad bar too, I believe. Get around here. Oh, sorry, there is a hot tub. My apologies. We do have a hot tub, Serenity deck 15. Here's your bar area. It's not open yet. I see plenty of seating. And again, no kids. There's your salad bar area over here. You do have a second hot tub. So we do have a hot tub on both sides. Alright, we're gonna mark our way down. Again, Serenity, 18 and up only, forward deck 15. Okay, deck 14 forward, you do have the Cloud9 Spa. Kind of awkward ways to get your stuff on this ship, but so deck 14 forward is a Cloud9 Spa. Alright, deck 13 forward, you do have the fitness center. Pretty good sized fitness center, classes, all that good stuff. Huge fitness center. Workout walls, you have towels if you need it. Etc. Stretches the entire front of the ship. Here's where you check in. Good morning. Alright, that's Cloud9 Spa. Yeah, spa, fitness, and thermal suite. Okay, just off Cloud9 Spa, we're on deck 13 now. Is the splash zone, bottom of the water slides. You do have one regular water slide, and one water slide you do have to use a tube for. And then we'll work our way towards the after the ship. You're overlooking the main pool area, the dining and movies. They've been showing a bunch of first run movies. Okay, work our way back. We're about mid-ship now. This is where the sky ride and the ropes course is. Just FYI, they do have weight limits. Sky ride is a 250-pound weight limit. They also do have your jogging track here. You have foosball tables. We'll walk up and take a look at the sky ride and ropes course for you. Okay, so here you have the sky ride entrance and the ropes course entrance. Morning. Have lockers. Here's your rules for the sky ride. Ropes course. There's rules for that. So pretty cool deal. Seating areas up here if you want to watch your family or your kids do all this stuff. And then down look over the putt-putt golf area. So we'll get there in a second. We're going to work our way towards the back of the ship. Okay, coming down from the sky ride and ropes course as part of the miniature golf. Another foosball table there.
Well, a very good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yep, here comes the cruise director making announcements.
Marquis saying good morning as we rise and shine.
So a really cool miniature golf course.
Sunshining day outside. Just wanted to just touch base as today is indeed the last day that we've all got together.
We got the clubhouse. We'll go in here real quick.
We do have to address the elephant in the room. So now that we're kind of getting into this last little bit and we're in the home stretch, some great things to kind of get us off on some fun. We've got our morning show coming up in just about 15 minutes. Where again, as always, you can come on down
in here. You have
the audience, or you can always watch us on channel 15
soccer
if you are
pool,
in your cabins, kind of getting your life together. So
ping pong, more foosball tables, and miniature bowling. And it's very nicely air conditioned in here.
Morning is going to be our debarkation.
Here's the other half of your putt-putt. Like a good sized course. More seating areas. Shaded seating areas. That's a big thing. Shaded seating areas. It's called the sports square. There's your funnel. Alright, let's see where we got over here.
After that, we got things like Mission Impossible at the IMAX.
So we got
jewelry that's got the big clearance
sale,
and then also don't forget that we've got our group for St. Jude. We're up on the Lido deck. We're going to be having a chance to go to the group.
Jogging track, beginning to see the sky ride. Coming along here. So what we have back here, upstairs, is the basketball court, pickleball,
so that we can have a chance to make
sports court area.
All right. We'll see you when we see you. And until then, enjoy your day, enjoy the afternoon, enjoy the
area back here. Pickleball. You have shaded seating over there. You have a pool table here. Pool table there. And a cool little bench that you really don't know is here. But I found earlier in the week. It's kind of right here. It's kind of a little secluded spot. You can sit and watch the water go by. You have water fountains. And that's going to be all for this level. So we're going to turn and go down here. Take you down to deck 11. Again, there's your views. Alright, so deck 11, we have a lot of more outdoor seating areas. On the starboard side, after the ship, is smoking areas. This is a non-smoking area here. There's a smoking area over there. If you're looking for somewhere outside to sit that's shaded and very cool, would be this area right over here where these in-tank vents are. This is about the coldest place on the ship that we found. It's crazy. And then here's your smoking area on the outside of deck 11. Okay, so we'll work our way back towards the front of the ship. Okay, again, plenty of sitting areas. Has not been an issue whatsoever finding somewhere to sit or relax, hang out. This is a full sailing. They are completely booked. But honestly, it hasn't felt like it's been crowded at all. Other than the normal elevator fiascos, but that's on every ship we've ever been on. It takes forever to get an elevator, or they're always full. Secrets with that is if you see an elevator open, whether it's going up or down, get on it. You'll eventually get to where you need to go. So we do have a higher railings here, so it does help knock down on the crazy winds. Behind This area here is one of the kids clubs, so of course we won't be going in there, but they have plenty of children's activities all day long. They have a special playground in there. It's really cool. Okay, so we're still on the starboard side, or midship. This is also smoking areas. So we're midship above the center pool. This is all smoking area. The other side of the ship is non-smoking. Staircases up and down. This is where the 80s glow party and a bunch of the, of course, your sail away parties and all that, but this is all smoking all the way up through here. So for you guys that like to smoke, there's plenty of areas. All right, that's for the outside parts of deck 11. Again, driving movies, pool areas. We're going inside. All right, so deck 11, after you come in from outside, is nothing but passenger rooms. So now we're going to make our way down to deck 10. I want to show you the artwork though. The artwork in between the floors is really cool. And that's in every stairwell. Okay, so now we're down on deck 10. This is the Lido deck. They do t-shirt sales here. Right now they're running the 2 for $25. From here forward is all deck, or all guest rooms. They also have free spa treatments or free spa taster set up this morning. So we are deck 10 midship, going out onto the main pool deck. Okay, main pool deck, you have your towel areas to get your pool towels. You have life jackets for the kids who need it. You do have the Red Frog rum bar on that side and the Blue Iguana tequila bar on that side. So as you move on through the main pool deck, on the starboard side, you do have Guy's Burgers. Needless to say, very popular place at lunchtime. They do have 2 lines that run, and it seems to run fairly smooth. We have waited in line a couple times and didn't wait very long. So, but you do have Guy's Burgers there. You do have a beverage station right over there. And then on this side of the ship, on the port side, you have Blue Iguana. So right now they're set up for breakfast, so they're doing all your breakfast food, breakfast burritos. You have a salsa bar with extra sauces and stuff. You do have a beverage station. And then we'll move into the main buffet area. Here's your Lido buffet. Again, plenty of seating. We've not had an issue finding seating at any meal in here. So you have 2 main buffet stations here. Beverages. Another beverage station on that side over there. You have pastries, cold cuts over there. You have an omelet station. Omelets are really good, by the way. Here's just one of the breakfast menus for you at the buffet. All right. More coffee. There's your coffee station. You have fruits, yogurts, breads, dry cereal. All right, we'll move back towards the rear buffet station. And again, like I said, no issues whatsoever finding tables. It's a little after 9 a.m. and you can see all the available seating areas. Plenty of seating. One observation I do want to make. This is a very hot ship. The air doesn't work great. So anytime if you're susceptible to humidity or warmer temperatures, there are places you can find that are cooler to sit and eat. Here's your rear buffet line, one on each side. Same as the front one. Continental breakfast area, another omelet station, another full buffet on this side. One thing we have noticed, this area back here is a little less crowded. So one thing this ship does also have are the pay-as-you-go beer stations. You scan your card, and I believe it charges you per ounce. That way you don't have to wait to go to the bar to get a cold beer. So, but back to what I was saying, this is usually a lesser busy buffet back here. Alright, so moving through the buffet area, Lido Deck 10, another beverage station. You move out to the aft of Deck 10, you have the Tides pool area. So on the port side, you do have the pizza place. Very busy in the evening time. Lines tend to run a little longer there, but I mean they're making them as quick as they can. You do have another beverage station out here. Tides Bar. You have 2 hot tubs, one on each side here. Pool area. Great place to get your wake views. This actually tends to be pretty busy place back here. I will say this deck gets very hot. So if you're back here, you may want to bring you a pair of Crocs, a pair of water shoes or something to wear from your chair to the pool, because the deck gets very hot. There's Tides Bar. Alright, now on starboard side, Tides Bar, you have your seafood shack. Here's the seafood shack here. This is upcharge area. Haven't tried it on this ship. We did try a little bit on Mardi Gras. I will say this, some of the food we've seen coming out of here looks amazing. But there's some of your options. You do have the potato tornadoes too as well. But that is Deck 10. So it brings you right back over to the buffet. One thing I did forget to mention about Deck 11, you do have 2 of your specialty dinings up here. I'll get up here to it real quick. You have the Asian kitchen on this side, and you have the Italian restaurant on this side. Of course, they're closed, so we won't go in there. So you can kind of get a general idea. And again, this is Deck 11. Juju Asian Kitchen, Casino de Capitano. Okay, looking at the deck map, we've done Deck 10, Deck 9, and Deck 8 are all staterooms. So we'll jump down to 7 and show you what we got there. Again, just showing you some of the artwork in between the floors. That's on a aft stairwell, going from 11 to 10. And here's your another artwork. Just cool stuff. Alright, then on Deck 7, aft you do have the Havana staterooms and suites area. It's Deck 8, 7, and 6. Actually, and then it goes all the way down. They do have the Havana the harbor suite area too. We can't get into that for the harbor rooms down on Deck 2. We'll walk you by there. But coming up from aft to mid, Deck 7. And just also FYI, cabin doors are magnetic or are metal. So like the Amazon hooks will stick, but like the magnets themselves will not. That's why you see all the magnets in between. And if they have them, those are taped on. Alright. Deck 7, you have IMAX Theater. Have been running first round movies, drinks and snacks. And we got the bar area area. And then this is an additional cost. Let's see. Is $7.99 for those tickets. Final destination was $16.99. So that gives you an idea what that is. Those run periodically during the day. So that's deck 7, kind of forward mid area, the IMAX theater. All right, forward deck 6, in between deck 6 and deck 7, you do have Circle C. I saw the kid zones down there. We're not going to go in there because I don't like filming in the kid zones. Come on down to deck 6 off of that forward. You do have the arcade. One thing I've noticed on this ship that I've not seen before is they do like arcade power hours, where you play in the casino or in the arcade for half price. So that's a pretty cool deal. Not a massive arcade, but still big enough. I mean, plenty of stuff to do. Almost all the games are working. I haven't seen any games that were out of order, even down to the vintage pinball stuff. So a bunch of cool games, of course, a lot of the claw games and whatnot. A lot of VR type stuff. This is where you purchase arcade credits. And of course, you gotta have a duck machine. There's always a duck machine. But so yeah, pretty cool spot. This is forward deck 6. All right, moving down from deck 6. Technically, the arcade is midship, deck 6. I apologize. But down the stairs, deck 5. We'll show you what's up front. Okay, forward deck 5. You have the Liquid Lounge. That's your main theater. Like I said, it's all closed off right now. So, but deck 5 forward on the starboard side, you do have another smoking area. Forward is the crew area, but you do have another large smoking area here. We'll walk you down. It's all smoking areas. Probably more smoking areas on a ship than I've seen on a ship in a long time. But again, more just shady areas to relax. Like I said, plenty of seating areas, plenty of shade. So we have coming up now. This is the lanai area. I'm working my way towards the back of the ship on the starboard side. This is the outside seating area for Bonsai Sushi, which, by the way, we had lunch there the other day. Absolutely freaking amazing. It is a upcharge. We'll buzz back by there in a minute. Big areas. There's more seating. Again, more shaded seating. All right, next up, coming up, just past Bonsai Sushi, you have Guys Pig and Anchor. Again, we're getting towards the back of the ship on starboard side, deck 5. It's all seating, Guys Pig and Anchor. We had lunch here day before yesterday. Pretty good. The burn ends on the beef were amazing. But you can see they're getting ready for lunch service, getting everything cooked up. All right. Moving on farther back, we have some more outside seating for Ocean Plaza. Moves into the Havana area, which we can't go in the Havana area, but we're gonna step inside here. This is one of the hottest places on the ship because of the revolving doors. kind of got to time these doors just right. All right, so now we are deck 5 aft. You have Ocean Plaza Bar. This is the Ocean Plaza back here. Most of your games, the karaoke back here, all your trivia is back here. You have coffee bar. This is your Java Blue coffee up here. Walking around. This is your Java Blue. You can also get milkshakes, spiked milkshakes. We're going to go inside aft. Deck 5, walking towards the front of the boat. You have Pixels, your Dream Studio. This is all the Pixels gallery. All up through here. You have your entrance to Red Frog Pub and Brewery. We'll jump in here quick. There's always type of open games in here, and I won't walk through it right now, but they're doing a pub tour. You can sign up for a brewery tour. They do brew they do have a number of onboard brewed beverages. Here's your Pixels Lounge gallery again. It's a very large Pixel gallery. This is deck 5 coming up on mid ship. Alright, when you cross out of midship, now you're at Bonsai Sushi again. You do have the Alchemy Bar here directly across from Bonsai Sushi. And of course, it's a very busy place. Bonsai Sushi here. Show you the menu again real quick. There's your menu. And you have what I call a casino observation point here on deck 5. Look down. Opposite sushi, you have your Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. Again, these are all upcharge restaurants. You can see they're getting ready for dinner service in here. Continuing forward towards the front of the boat on deck 5.
Or aft. Now there ain't one on that.
You have the library on this side. That's been most of the art gallery. And then you had the piano bar on this side. That's been a very popular venue. Moving into the main atrium. You have your Carnival stores. All your pretty shiny stuff. A lot of just bar areas you can hang around, watch the shows that they do in the atrium. Effie store, your logo stores. Of course, watches, the $3,000 Gucci bags that are in there. They do have a financing on board now. And then that brings you to, this is where they do a lot of their sales, their specials and whatnot. Here on deck 4, or excuse me, deck 5. They'll run their daily specials and whatnot up here. Now if you move on past, back towards the front of the ship, you have the lower level liquid lounge. So we'll jump across, go back towards aft again on the outside of deck 5. We're still on deck 5, we're cutting back across.
Okay, so I have to go down on the floor. Okay.
Pretty cool. These are brand new for this sale of these backpacks. Thought they're pretty cool. Again, there's liquid lounge entrance on deck 4. Alright, now we're going to go port side, deck 5. There's non-smoking. Plenty more seating. Very cool on this side of the boat because this is a non-sun side right now. Just random seats back in the lanai area again. Outside entrance from the library. Now you can tell what I was saying earlier, but it does not seem like it's a very busy ship. We're midday on a sea day. There's nobody out here. It's outside from the steakhouse. So we're port side moving towards the aft of the ship. As you can see, like I said, nothing out here. And that's pretty much it. There's more seating areas back at Ocean Plaza. We're going to jump in here at Red Frog. I do want to show you one other thing. We can cut it now. We're not going to interrupt their tour. Alright, so there's the inside of Red Frog Pub. Like I said, we were just over on that side. I just didn't want to interrupt their talk there. Do live music here with your craft beers. Here's a list of the craft beers real quick. These are what they're currently brewing on board. I did try the Celebration Key. I'm just not a craft beer person. It was okay, just a little thick for me. But full bar, you can watch the ball game here. You do have your shuffleboard and darts and a foosball back here.
Let's go!
And,
That's not very nice. Oh, no.
so this is one of the coolest places on the ship we found, air conditioning wise. So this dumps you back out at Ocean Plaza. Here's another little hidden gem. This is the Empanada Bar. Again, an upcharge. There's your empanada menu. I did try one of the beef empanadas for $1.50, and it was well worth it. Alright, we're going to jump down to deck 4. Oops, sorry, forgot. Deck 5 is the Havana Bar. You can come into Havana Bar as a non-Havana room guest. You just cannot access the outside the Havana area. This gives you an idea what the Havana Bar is. They do have a Latin band back here every night. Beautiful bar back here. But again, not busy at all. It's a cool place. So we'll show you, here's your sign. Havana experience wristbands required past this point. That's the access to outside Havana area. Again, another very nicely air conditioned area. Okay, we're going to drop down to deck number 4. Okay, aft deck 4, you have the upper level of Horizon Restaurant. This is My Time Dining. So I can sneak in here and give you a view of this. This is the upstairs Horizons. There's a shot of the lower Horizons restaurant where we've had dinner. First ship I've been on actually has a full bar in the dining room, which I thought was pretty cool. We did eat one meal up here. When you sign up for My Time Dining, you have to check in on the app when you're ready to eat, and they tell you what your table number is, whether it's upstairs or downstairs. So this is deck 4 Horizons Restaurant. We'll move, and we are aft, so we'll move forward. Alright, also on deck 4 aft, they do have conference rooms. You can request these if you have like a big group, or we did a cruise last year with our car club, and we actually requested one on a Royal Caribbean ship, and we did a our own private little trivia session. So now we're on the starboard side, moving up towards the aft, or towards the front of the ship. Limelight Lounge, they currently have it set up for the art auction. Limelight is your main comedy club. If you want to get in here for comedy, you better get here early. It fills up quick. They actually open the doors about 30 minutes before each showtime, and it's packed. Along up this hallway is all your art on display. Moving into the art gallery. As you walk into the art gallery, you have the Heroes Bar. There's a Heroes Bar on all the Carnival ships I've been on. Is, you know, a tribute to your military. It's also your sports bar. So pick a game. They have all kinds of stuff on TV. They do have Texas Hold'em games in here. Table game. You can sign up, join the game on the kiosk, and then have a seat and play. Beautiful, beautiful bar in here. Of course, you got the NCAA baseball tournament going on right now, but all right, so you come out, turn left, it's going to work you towards the casino. Of course, the casino is open, so we can't go in there and record. But I do want to show, so it is a smoking on one side, non-smoking on the other. But tucked away over here in the corner, that a lot of people haven't found, is the completely non-smoking casino. This is on the port side of the ship. It's not very big, but it is totally non-smoking casino. Like I said, not very big. For those that don't like cigarette smoke, there's your non-smoking casino. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video and we're going to work our way through the casino area, and we'll pick back up on the other side. Alright, in one corner of the casino you can actually sit and watch ball games. I've seen a lot of people hanging out right there. Alright, so as you move out of the casino, you're back to the main atrium. Here you have more Carnival shops, liquor store, you have a candy store, cherry on top, you have your Ventures shop, which is your excursion stuff. You can get water shoes and snorkel stuff, and bags and cool stuff. So we have something fixing to start up here in the Liquid Lounge. We got a bunch of folks waiting in line. Excuse me. So we'll sneak in there in just a second. Alright, so all the lines just went down for the Limelight Lounge. We'll sneak in real quick, just get you a quick shot of what it looks like. Again, more stores. This is an Invictia watch store. Got some pretty good prices in there, honestly. One of these days I'll pull the trigger on a watch. I just haven't quite found the right one yet. But here's the entrance into Limelight. So I'm not going to stay with the show what it looks like inside. This is 2 levels. This is, I'm not sure what they have going on in here, but on the Carnival app it says art auction registration. I don't really see all these people going in here for an art auction. Alright, so we're not going to hang out. This is the Diamond and Platinum party. Just want to show what the inside of the bar look like real quick, or the lounge. All your production shows are in here. Really cool. The technical aspects of their shows in here are phenomenal. We've seen quite a few shows. They've all been absolutely incredible. But all right, so that will wrap up deck 4. So now we're going to drop down to deck 3 for you. Okay, so moving down to deck 3, primarily guest rooms, deck 3, deck 2, and deck 1. I will show you what's around the atrium right here. So you do have, this is your excursions desk. There's your excursions desk. Then you have the Dream Studio. You have your main atrium bar, which is there. This is also when you first come on. You enter through those doors right over there from the terminal. You do have guest services here. Of course, last day of cruise, that's always a long line. All the interactions I've had with all the guests and all the crew members have been phenomenal. No complaints at all. Like I said, if I had to complain about something, it would be the temperature of the whole ship itself. It just seems like the AC units aren't keeping up. But then you have Reflections Restaurant, Deck 3. This is your assigned dining time restaurant. Take a quick picture in here, just to give you an idea. This is the assigned dining restaurant. So. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up our ship tour. Carnival Vista. This is May of 2025. Thanks for joining. Remember to watch and subscribe. Share it. We can book all and any cruise lines for you. Doxy Travel Adventures. Shoot us a message. Email doxytravels@gmail.com. Phone number 678-920-1032. Reach out to us. Give us a chance to give you a quote. Using a travel agent versus booking on your own costs you no extra money. Just gives you the relaxation and reassurance of not having to handle all the crazy stuff. So you go on vacation to relax. You don't get stressed out booking your vacation. Let us do the booking for you. Thanks again.